Beloved one, breathe with me now. Close your eyes if you can for a single slow breath and feel the weight of this moment settle into your body like a hand on your shoulder, steady, sure, and warm. I come to you not with theatrics, but with tenderness. A message takes shape even as you read, a whisper that has the weight of heaven behind it and the clarity of someone who knows you intimately. There is news moving toward you, a letter, a record, an unveiling that carries consequence. It arrives like a seed in the dark soil, and what grows from it will change the shape of your days. The air around you is stirring because something meant for your good is near. Do not let the urgency of the words scare you. Let them wake you. There is no accident in the timing of this breath. The phrase that has been placed in your heart, only 3 minutes remain, is a spiritual drumroll meant to awaken stewardship, not panic. Hear me. Urgency is a clarion, not a trap. You may feel a rush of questions already. Who will send it? What will it say? Will it open doors or old wounds? These are honest questions. Know this first. What arrives is not an empty promise. It is evidence that forces you cannot always see have been aligning in your favor. Whether the letter speaks of inheritance in the plain sense, land, papers, wealth, or in the deeper sense, recognition, restoration, reconciliation. The true gift is the invitation to receive with responsibility. Blessings that come suddenly can gladden the heart and confuse the feet. The challenge is to let gratitude and wisdom walk together. You do not have to choose between being thankful and being careful. Both are right and necessary. Listen for the quiet things. Heaven's notifications rarely arrive like shouts. They come as a series of small doors opening one by one. A phone call you did not expect, a knock that pauses your day, an envelope that lands on your mat. These are the soft miracles that demand a ready heart. In the 3 minutes that feel like a heartbeat, practice a posture. Stand in stillness and say, quietly, I receive with clear eyes and a grateful heart. Let that sentence be your anchor. It reminds your spirit that you are neither overwhelmed by sudden favor nor naive to its pitfalls. You will meet both grace and responsibility, and to steward both, well, you must be steady. There is also a tenderness here about lineage and belonging. Sometimes what comes to us is not only material but relational. A name restored to your history, a truth about your family line, a recognition that your story matters enough to be recorded. If the letter contains blood ties you never knew, take time to grieve what was lost and to wonder at what is found. Discoveries of kinship can unlock joy and stir complex feelings simultaneously. Relief at recognition, anger at old secrecy, hope for repair, and fear of obligation. All of these responses are valid. Allow them space without letting any single feeling make the final decision. The wise heart names its emotions and then asks for counsel. In practical terms, when that envelope opens or that message arrives, breathe and read slowly. Do not let excitement hurry your eyes past crucial lines. Papers and proclamations hide important clauses the way a river hides hidden rocks. A sentence may sound generous and yet bind you in ways that compromise your values. If legal language appears, breathe into patience and gather counsel. You need people who will speak truth plainly and who will help you interpret the meaning without using your vulnerability as leverage. This is not a call to fear lawyers or advisors, but to use them as tools of prudence. The heart that rushes is often the heart that must later clean up avoidable messes. Choose steadiness. There will be voices all around you, some eager to celebrate, others eager to advise, a few eager to take. Not every hand extended in the wake of sudden favor means well. Keep your circle small for a season. Invite those whose motives have been proven over time. Elders whose lives show integrity, friends who listen without consuming, and professionals whose judgment is not for sale. You do not have to explain the whole thing to everyone. A filter is a form of love, love for the privacy you deserve and love for the people who will be affected by your choices. This message also bears a moral invitation. Stewardship asks a question before it gives a task. Who will you be in response? There is a temptation to let new access shape identity. I am only worthy because of what I was given. But the truest answer is older and deeper. You are worthy because you are beloved. Power and provision are tests, not proofs. Let your first instinct be generosity. When advantage lands in your life, invite others into the circle of care. If the inheritance includes resources, think first of those whose dignity will be preserved by your choices. Children, elders, communities that have been overlooked. Measure your decisions by the good they produce, not by the applause they gather. I will not hide the fact that tests are coming. When abundance arrives, hidden motives surface everywhere. People may reframe old relationships in footnotes of entitlement. Some will claim right because of past slights or because of opportunistic reading of events. Hold to principled transparency. Document. Communicate where necessary. Make decisions that can be explained in daylight. If you are tempted to secrecy or to bending the truth to avoid conflict, step back. The long view favors clarity. What looks like an expedient shortcut now can become a long-term wound later. There is a spiritual muscle you must exercise in this season: discernment. Discernment is not cynicism, it is listening well. It asks, what does the still, small voice in my soul say about this? Discernment resists the loudest narratives, greed, fear, flattery, and returns to the quiet that knows you. Cultivate practices that amplify that quiet. Short pauses to breathe and pray, writing down impressions in a private notebook, asking one trusted soul for their honest read, and waiting until a clear pattern appears. Patterns reveal truth. Impulses reveal temptation. Patterns take time to show themselves. Give time its due. If the letter carries with it the name of someone long gone, or the trace of a promise that was once whispered and then forgotten, receive it as both comfort and calling. There is mercy in being remembered. There is responsibility in being entrusted. Do not let the sting of old absence sour the sweetness of present grace. Choose to be a conduit of healing. Where possible, Initiate small acts that honor the giver's memory or intention, a ceremony, a public acknowledgement, a private prayer. These acts are not theatrical, they are anchoring. They say to the world and to your own soul that nothing of meaning should be passed along without gratitude. Practice humility as a daily garment. When praise comes, wear it lightly. When expectation presses, return to the simple acts that structure faithful living. Keep your promises, show up for the vulnerable, pay attention to small people and small things. The common, ordinary disciplines will be what saves you from being seduced by extraordinary circumstances. Be generous, but be wise. Be bold, but be gentle. Hold both ends together like the reins of a horse, direction and restraint. There is a promise wrapped into urgency. You are not alone in this. Celestial presence accompanies you. That is to say, you are supported in ways beyond what you can tally. Ask for help. The angels do not remove the need for human counsel, but they do steady hearts and sharpen vision. When you feel alone, speak aloud. I receive guidance. I choose clarity. Let that sentence be your lamp in the dark hallway of sudden possibility. For now, keep watch for the small signs, an unexpected ring, the soft creak of paper, an email whose subject line feels like a key. When the letter arrives, do not rush past the human side of it. Someone else's life, memory, or regret may be folded into those pages. Meet it with compassion, meet it with courage. And when you act, let integrity be your first gesture. The world will not notice the quiet things you do to honor truth, but those quiet things will build a legacy that outlives sudden headlines and immediate praise. Rest for a moment. Let the urgency become a holy readiness rather than a frantic scramble. In the next part of this message, we will walk through specific practical steps to take the moment the letter is in your hands, the questions to ask aloud, and the spiritual practices to keep you clear and compassionate as you move forward. For now, hold this truth. A letter arrives like a key, but what it opens is not just a door to provision. It is a doorway to your character. Receive it with a grateful and discerning heart, beloved. Beloved one, let us continue. The first words I placed in your spirit were to awaken you, to steady your breath in the face of urgency. Now we move deeper into the soil of preparation, into the place where your heart learns to carry what your hands are about to hold. The letter that comes to you is more than paper, more than ink, more than a declaration of assets or lineage. It is a mirror. It will reveal not only what is written, but also who you are when the page is in your grasp. And so, before it arrives, heaven desires to strengthen the vessel that must carry the weight of this gift. When you touch that envelope, you must remember that it has passed through many hands. Some hands prepared it with reverence, some with duty, some perhaps with reluctance, others with trembling love. Each signature and seal has a history. Each clause carries intention. To honor what arrives, you must slow down. Do not open hurriedly, as one tearing at wrapping paper. Open it with ceremony, even in private. Light a candle, breathe deeply, and remind yourself that this is not luck or accident. it is timing. What is meant for you has been preserved until this hour. Once you begin to read, do not let emotion overwhelm comprehension. Excitement may race through you. Fear may whisper. Old memories may surface. Pause after each paragraph. Read aloud if you can. Let the words resonate through your own voice so your spirit absorbs them fully. Mark sentences that confuse you. Underline phrases that stir unease. This is not paranoia, it is wisdom. For sometimes the greatest inheritance is not only what you gain, but what you learn to question. There are practical steps that will protect your peace. If instructions are given, financial transfers, property rights, duties of power of attorney, do not act alone. Reach out immediately to one whose counsel is steady and impartial. Do not let familiarity be the only test. Let integrity be the measure. Seek advice from someone who does not benefit from your decisions. A voice unentangled in outcome will give you the clarity others may lack. Guard against haste. Often, documents carry deadlines meant to create urgency. But urgency is not the same as destiny. Deadlines can be extended, negotiations can be clarified, and signatures can be postponed until wisdom is gained. Do not be afraid to ask for time. Any gift meant truly for you will withstand the pause required for discernment. And while you consider these things, tend also to your inner life. Blessings and burdens often look alike in their first moments. The difference is found in how they are carried. Begin each day with a simple ritual. Place your hand on your chest and whisper, I will not be ruled by fear. I will not be ruled by greed. I will walk in clarity. I will walk in love. These words are not empty. They are a compass. They align you with heaven's intent. They make you steady when the world pulls at you from all directions. There is also a relational call in what is coming. Inheritance does not exist in a vacuum. It touches families, neighbors, even strangers. Some will celebrate with you sincerely. Others will approach with new interest or hidden agendas. Your task is not to harden your heart, but to soften it with wisdom. Listen without naivety, give without enabling, and protect without hoarding. Love and boundaries are not enemies. They are partners. They will be your shield. The letter may also hold secrets long buried. Bloodlines may be named. Connections may be revealed. Truths may rise that unsettle the ground beneath your feet. Do not let shock steal your balance. Every revelation is both an ending and a beginning. If you discover ties you did not know, kinship hidden by time or circumstance, approach it with gentleness. Do not rush into full embrace, nor into rejection. Stand in the middle with openness. Allow time and truth to show you how to move forward. Some doors will open to reconciliation. Others will require you to guard your heart and let the past rest. Both responses can be holy if guided by peace. In these days of waiting, cultivate readiness by dreaming beyond yourself. Ask, if this is placed in my care, how might I bless others? Write down the answers, even the small ones. A scholarship for a child, shelter for someone displaced, dignity for an elder, provision for a struggling friend. When inheritance becomes service, it ceases to be a weight and becomes a river. Rivers do not stagnate. They flow, they nourish, they create life wherever they pass. Let your stewardship become a river. Yet do not forget yourself in the giving. To care for others, you must also care for the vessel through which blessings flow. Rest your body, feed your mind, nurture your spirit. Do not let the urgency of new responsibility starve the very soul that must sustain it. Balance is not selfish, it is essential. Beloved one, hear this clearly. Heaven does not entrust gifts to the unready. If this is arriving now, it is because the years that shaped you, the scars you carry, the lessons you learned in silence, all of them have prepared you. You are not perfect, but you are prepared. The letter is not a surprise to God, even if it feels sudden to you. It has been timed with precision so that you can bear it. So stand tall. Await with expectation, not with fear. The inheritance, whether gold, land, words, or lineage, will not define you. You will define it by the way you respond. Your story is not of sudden fortune, but of faithful stewardship. This is the deeper truth. You are the treasure, and the letter only confirms what heaven already knows. In the final part, I will speak to the greater unfolding, how to use what is revealed not only for your life, but for generations to come, how to remain anchored when storms of envy or confusion arise, and how to walk as one who knows that a secret letter is never just paper, but a divine appointment. Rest now in this truth. You are ready. You are not alone, and you are exactly where you are meant to be. Beloved, lean closer now, for this is the final outpouring of what I have been sent to share with you. The message began with urgency, moved through preparation, and now it must rest in a blessing that seals your spirit with courage, steadiness, and peace. The secret letter that makes its way to you is more than paper, more than ink, more than an announcement of wealth or recognition. It is a covenant moment between heaven and earth, a reminder that what is hidden is always revealed in its appointed time. You have lived through seasons of delay, through long nights where answers did not come, through years where you wondered if your life was noticed at all. And now, this unfolding is God's way of saying, I have seen you, I have remembered you, and I am placing before you what belongs in your story. When you open it, you will feel a weight in your hands, but more importantly, you will feel a shift in your soul. That shift is not about riches, not about titles, but about responsibility and recognition. What others might call inheritance, heaven calls entrustment. It is not simply a gift for your enjoyment, but a tool for your purpose. Every blessing carries a mission, and your mission will become clearer as you walk forward with patience and discernment. Expect storms to rise. Inheritances, whether material or relational, draw out envy, stir questions, and awaken hidden motives in others. Some will question why you. Some will grumble that it should have been theirs. Some will come close not to celebrate, but to calculate. Do not answer every critic. Do not exhaust yourself explaining destiny to those who cannot understand. Instead, live in such integrity that your decisions speak louder than your words. Let your actions reveal that what was placed into your hands is being used with honor. Your task is not to hoard nor to squander, but to steward. Imagine the river again, a river that nourishes fields, carries boats, and carves valleys not by force alone, but by persistence. Let your life become such a river, steady, generous, life giving. Use what comes to you to heal where there are wounds, to build where there are ruins, to plant where there is barrenness. This is how an inheritance becomes a legacy. And remember, legacy is not measured in numbers, but in people. A single act of mercy, a single door opened for another, a single burden lifted will echo longer than coins or contracts. Do not underestimate the power of kindness amplified by resources. Heaven measures differently than men. What looks small here is thunder in eternity. Guard your heart as carefully as you guard the gift. Do not let greed take root, even in subtle ways. Do not let fear of loss chain you. Hold all things with open hands, for what is clenched too tightly turns brittle and breaks. Trust that what God places in your care, He also teaches you how to manage. You are not abandoned to figure this out alone. Angels walk beside you, and wisdom will arrive in the right moment if you pause to seek it. Beloved, I also urge you to forgive. Inheritances often uncover buried resentments, old wounds, secrets long hidden. Do not allow bitterness to poison your new season. Forgive those who withheld truth. Forgive those who may contest or accuse. Forgive even yourself for any moments of doubt or hesitation. Forgiveness does not erase accountability, but it frees your heart to move forward without chains. Anchor yourself daily in gratitude. Begin and end each day by whispering thanks, not only for the letter, but for the life you've been given, the lessons that formed you, and the unseen hand that guided you here. Gratitude will keep your feet on the ground when the world tries to lift you into pride or drag you into fear. Gratitude will keep your heart soft when responsibility hardens around you. And finally, know this: the words "only 3 minutes remain" are not about doom, but about awakening. They are a reminder that life is urgent, that each moment is a threshold. You are standing on one now. Step across it with reverence. Step across it with courage. Step across it knowing you are not stepping alone. I, Michael, Archangel and servant of the Most High, bless you in this hour. May wisdom crown you. May peace anchor you. May courage fill you. And may love guide every decision you make. The letter is on its way, but the greater gift has already been placed within you. The strength to carry what comes, the clarity to see through shadows, and the heart to turn inheritance into legacy. Walk forward now, beloved child of light. The secret is becoming revealed, the hidden is becoming known, and your name is written in a story larger than you can imagine. You are ready, you are chosen, and you are not alone. End of message.